Greetings adventurers and welcome to another Skyrim episode where I will be revealing some of my most favorite mods of the month, aka mods that I don't think they get much of attention or mods that I think your game will play so much more better with. You can leave a like, you can subscribe, it helps me find my audience, it boosts the video. That being said, after this episode I might go back and do a full fresh modding Skyrim series. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, and without losing any more time, let's begin. My most favorite modder when it comes to textures is Skyking, aka the legend who is known for his Skyland textures. Skyland textures, guys, I've made so many videos about it. It is the best textures out there on the Nexus because you combine quality and performance. And with that being said, we have the Skyking Thickets and Shrubs, which again grabs all of the stuff from Skyking's work and just expands on it. The Thickets and the Shrubs will look much more better, and if you're someone like me who likes his vanilla Skyrim, very simplistic, very minimalistic and very much performance friendly to the point where you can run at 60 FPS at any time while having insane graphics, this is a beautiful mod, and the more mods Skyland makes, the more happier I become. Next, let me ask you something. Do you like circlets? You like helmets? Well, if your answer was no, I'm sorry, because this mod is actually covering that. This is JS Vanilla Circlets, and this grabs all of the vanilla circles that you find in the game and just makes them look absolutely gorgeous. Look at those textures. I love the idea of grabbing the vanilla assets and making them look even better and even cleaner. In a perfect world, I believe all of the vanilla assets will be used in a way where they just feel so much more better and advanced, to the point where we don't even need to use custom content really because of how good Skyrim looks nowadays. And this is again one step closer to this direction, a mod that many people have been expecting for a very long time, so congrats to John Skyrim. And with that being said, let's move to the next mod. Now the next mod is kind of a cheat because this comes from Sothasip, and if you scroll a little bit down, as you can see, you can find all of his work. This is essentially what? 6 mods that they will grab the beds, the tents, the wardrobes, a bunch of furniture, and while using the base object swapper, it will make it where all of those different variations will apply to your game. No longer all of the Nords will own the same queen size bed or the same single bed. No longer the Dwemer will have the exact same Dwemer bunkers, or not anymore all of the residents of Skyrim will own the exact same wardrobe. I mean, how does this make sense? Is there like a single company making this type of things in Skyrim? This is going to make it where we'll have much more diversity, things look much more fresh and interesting, and when I'm gonna make my new modding series, I am definitely going to build on top of that. So anytime you enter a resident, anytime you're going to, let's say, kill someone or, you know, try to sneak into their homes, now you will feel bad because if you're gonna kill him when he sleeps on his new unique looking beds, you're gonna feel bad because goddamn those beds look clean. That being said, that was the Team Slumber and all of those other mods. I'm not very good at these guys, as you can tell, but I will try and showcase them as good as I can. Next we have an insane mod that comes from 4th Unknown, and every time this man is putting a mod, I know it's going to be a banger because this is Dragons Special Edition. Do you remember the vanilla dragons? Well, what happens if you get the Liver King version of that?
Yes, I've done steroids.
Get a dragon from the vanilla game, feed him all the steroids in the world, 100% natural by the way, and this is the result. Those dragons, guys, look absolutely insane. Look at this. This enhances all of the vanilla dragons, and there has been so many dragon overhauls. I think overall this one has to be the best because it maintains the vanilla aesthetic while making the dragons actually horrifying to fight. If I was a random random guy running and I will see something like this looking at me, fuck that, I'm out. I'm gonna go on an adventure with Lydia and Serana collecting flowers instead. Just look at those dragons, man, they look so damn good. And again, I am so happy we keep getting dragon overhauls and they just keep getting better, guys. This is actually insane. Not long ago we've got another dragon overhaul. This is just perfection. It combines bulkiness with badassery, with anything you want from the dragons, while at the same time again it feels like you're fighting the vanilla dragons. I am going to move now to two mods that I think they will enhance your experience, mods that I haven't seen many people talk about. Speaking of dragons, we have the deadly dragon Lair location, and all in one. The one true Fuzzbit has been making single mods enhancing those locations, the locations where you get to fight the dragons, you get to see, for instance, without the mod and with the mod. This will make that all of those locations, again, as you can see, they will feel so much more unique, and I think all of those ruins where you were fighting dragons from the vanilla game, they kinda look lackluster, and this completely fixes that by making all of those locations look absolutely beautiful. This combines all of his mods. I love his mods so much, and again, go ahead and endorse his mods, they are absolutely amazing. What about a mod that is going to add a little bit of difficulty when it comes to Skyrim? This is the fallen champions of Nirn. Nirn, I don't know how to pronounce that, you guys let me know. This is going similar to the Ebony Warrior, spawn a bunch of named NPCs that you will have to encounter on random locations. It's 15 new NPCs and they spawn every 5 levels or so. They are very tough, guys. The mod description says that prepare to die a lot. Everybody remembers the Ebony Warrior, and I think the Ebony Warrior has to be the most unique encounter ever, maybe more unique than your first dragon encounter. And this mod builds on top of that. It grabs assets from the Creation Club, which by the way, you will need to own all of the creations from the Creation Club, or parts of it I guess, which is kind of a bummer, but again, this man has grabbed all of those assets, he put them together, and now we have all of those different cool looking NPCs roaming around the world. And again, this is such an amazing and cool mod, and I love mods like that because you're traveling around in the Skyrim or leveling up in the world sometimes will not be as easy as you think. I love those mods that add boss type of battles into the game, and again, it's a fantastic mod. Very briefly, let's cover the Staff of Shadows 3D Nightingale Stone, which essentially grabs a bunch of assets for the Nightingale staff and improves them. The assets, the smoke, the graphics, all of that by making them 3D. I haven't seen any other mod that grabs those specific textures and improves them, at least to this type of detail, and the reason why I'm covering this is because we have next the GK's Nightingale Hall. I think the Nightingale Hall looked like shit, no offense or anything, but my room looked cleaner than the Nightingale Hall. Not anymore, because with this mod we get the Nightingale Hall to actually feel like a place you would want to live in and not like a fallout shelter. This is absolutely amazing, it's beautiful, the Nightingales deserve some love, they never got anything, or very few mods that kinda overhaul this. There was actually a mod I was using before this, but GK's Nightingale Hall again makes this whole place feel so much more nicer, so much more cooler. And lastly, let's be real guys, it will not be a Skyrim episode without, you know, a hot armor or a hot weapon. We have the Lavatera Armor, and this armor, I mean, guys, this looks absolutely badass. I don't know how to feel about how revealing this is, but in a sense, I dig it. This armor feels like a weird mix of Morrowind and Skyrim. I love how metallic this armor looks and how mysterious it is. The chainmail is absolutely badass, and again, a very unique and interesting take of an armor. I am definitely putting this on Serana, for scientific reasons of course. I mean, what else? Lastly, we have the Kanjs Wabbajack animated. I think a staff that is that unique and carries that much nostalgia should have something special about it, and Kanjs has stepped on the scene because he animated the staff, and I think it looks really funny. In a perfect world again, similar to what I've said on the GS Circlets mod, every weapon in my opinion, or at least the artifacts in Skyrim, should be animated. And you know what? I'm gonna cover that at some episode maybe, as a theme. Try to get all of the animated weapons and put them all in one go. That'd being said, this stuff looks pretty cool now. It feels like he's laughing. I think it's really nice. And that being said, that's Kanjs, Wabbajack, animated. That was for the video, guys. Very short one this time. Was there a mod that you haven't heard before? I'm gonna make maybe an episode or two covering some other mods I want to do or themes like that. And I think I'm gonna go back and create a completely new modding series for Skyrim, step to step, as a guide or tutorial. So it's gonna be one of those super long and boring videos, just like every video I make. So if you're into that, feel free to like, subscribe, and again, thank you so much for watching, guys. This was me, Kavou. Till next time, stay safe and peace.